What about you, John?
It helps me every day. Makes every day a better day for me. Sometimes, I do Reiki on myself. Makes me more relaxed, makes me feel better, about I go to school or I go to work or whatever. I feel more positive about what I'm doing.
And Julie?
It was exactly what I was looking for when I was looking for something else, something holistic, and it certainly has changed my life for the better. And it's been a great lifestyle change for me. Certainly has reduced my stress, and the way I look at everything has changed. So, and that's definitely not a bad thing in today's world. So, it's been nice.
I have to ask this, only because it's fascinating. Self-treatment. I would basically not be, how do you know if it works, first of all, let alone, and then being able to know if it's actually, or, you know what I mean? It just seems a little interesting.
My first Reiki master told me that Reiki comes to those who are ready. It taps you on the shoulder. So the mere fact that you start asking about it tells me, like if you came to me and you were looking for Reiki, it says to me that you're looking for something inside of yourself. So you learn the treatments, you have the attunements, you get a treatment, and Reiki is its own teacher. By using it, this is how we learn. We know about this much about Reiki. It's hard to measure. There's not a lot of numbers and lights flashing and whatever. We learn by doing. Mm-hmm. We learn by our students doing. We're big journal keepers. Because when you're in it, you can't see it. But my students all need to keep journals. And some of them, they don't like to. But they're really surprised after a year of Reiki to find out what changes have come to them and how they've made the changes with the least amount of resistance. Interestingly enough, a lot of my students, their husbands are the ones that notice the difference.
You gave me some papers before you came in the mail. Yeah. One of them is a releasing consent, which I thought was actually, in its own way, quite humorous. But not that I don't understand and appreciate the well-deserved need for a releasing consent.
Yes.
But I only ask because you're talking about that you don't believe you're a healer, but
no.
You call it energy healing. How do you classify? How do you determine what you feel you're actually doing?
When I share energy, and I believe that's what I do,
mm-hmm.
I share energy. I believe the client uses it. However, I know the power of that energy, and I have to be respectful of that. So if I have someone come to me who's really maybe not quite ready for the power of that energy, I have either say no or let them read that. Let them make that decision.
Is it okay if I read this?
Go ahead.
In case some of you out there are interested in getting a Reiki session, you may or you will be asked to sign a energy healing releasing consent form. And the phrase that jumps out at me is the word malpractice here. Now, you're not going to lose a sponge. You're not opening up somebody's body. You're not going to lose a sponge or a scalpel.
No.
I just have to, let me read. I have decided of my own free will to participate in an energy healing training workshop or class or private energy healing sessions offered by Deborah O'Brien. And they have informed me, and I understand that during the course of this experience, or as a result of it, physical symptoms or emotional issues may arise. Has that ever happened?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Absolutely.
Is there how often? What are the odds?
Well, we tell our students if...
And are these positive or negative?
Well, some of them can be pretty uncomfortable, okay? We tell our students that, yes, the energy is strong during an attunement. 21 days, their bodies will go through physical cleanses.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And we've seen that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi, you're on The Experience.
Hi.
What can we help you with?
Michelle.
Okay. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I am fine.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Leominster. I'm a Reiki 2 practitioner, and I am presently one of Debbie Reiki's master students.
Oh, can you do me a favor, Michelle?
Uh-huh.
Can you turn your TV down?
Sure.
I think that is the TV that's in the background.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Now, I was introduced to Reiki
Okay.
by a friend of mine. I had no clue of what she was going to do. Had no idea what this was about. I have physical problems. Okay?
Okay.
It has helped me immensely.
Physically or emotionally or both?
Both. I'm also a nurse. And Debbie and Julie know it can be a very, very stressful job. I have come home. And through Reiki 1, I've also did some healing on my own. It's also very relaxing. It's helped me to get through family problems.
Okay.
But it's there. It's there for me, and it's there for everybody.
And that's good to know. I mean, I think one of the reasons why we're doing this particular topic is that this is something that not a lot of people are either fully educated on or have heard of and don't really understand. And I think that bringing it out and discussing it like this, certain people are going to find that it's going to meet what they've been looking for. We'll fill that void, as Julie had said it early. You know, there's, and it brings me to one of the questions I had almost, well, in one of the documents that you had sent me. It's not a religion or a belief or a culture, but
No, it's not.
But it's in a sense, it can fill a void for someone. I don't want to say to replace or in place of, but if they're not getting a particular fulfillment in any aspect of their life and they're able to find it from this, then in a way it can be kind of considered that, I guess, to a certain extent.
Yeah, it can. And I also feel, hopefully, that through, programs like that it will also help out a lot with maybe getting in with a lot of, like, the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe insurance will start paying for it.
Well, you never know. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking more
Oh, I'd be looking for that. Because if I could go to a massage
along
therapist...
with medicinal. You know, to having the two, the holistic and the medicinal, working together, and I think people would come a long way. And I think that they would heal a lot faster. And I think even just the patient alone, it would help to give them the inner peace also that they need.
You know, Michelle, I absolutely agree on that concept about the holistic and the scientific medicine actually working together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a arms open welcome addition right away.
Well, at this point, I do know of one doctor that is doing Reiki along with medicinal.
Mm-hmm.
And I have heard some good reviews about it.
I hope he's local.
He is.
Yes,
Good.
It's very local.
yes.
Good. I think it's a great idea. I hope it does happen down the line, because I think there was a lot like last week we did aromatherapy. I don't know if you saw, but there's a lot of other areas that can be utilized to help humans and either utilize the powers that are in their head, because there's only so much we know of the actual healing power that we have inside of ourselves, the healing power of our brain or our own personal beliefs, which is in a sense what I kind of think that Reiki, and I may not be accurate, but to a certain extent may have a little bit to play on. I mean, I would think that the person's going to come in with the feeling that they really would like this to be able to work, and it incorporates they get into a mindset to be able to let their body take that energy and use it to where it needs to be. You're shaking your head.
It's not about the mind. It's not about the mind letting the energy in. The body at a cell level has an intelligence and recognizes it. It uses it.
An unconscious person could use the
use it.
Reiki.
Exactly.
Has that ever been done or documented?
Yeah.
And how's the results been? Michelle, thank you for the call.
Thank